Welcome to the channel, Collectibles or Junk Posters Edition. So here I have quite a few posters that I've been flattening out for the last few months because they've been rolled up for quite some time. Some that were my mom's from childhood, that was from her bedroom wall. Some from my youth, and some that I just collected over the years. So my mom grew up a teenager during the Joe Namath era in New Jersey. The family is New York Giants fans. However, she was a Joe Willie fan. So she had all kinds of posters of Joe Willie on her wall back in the day. So that's from her youth. This is a Tom Cruise Mission Impossible poster I got somewhere along the lines of my day. That was not on my wall. But I went to college in Philly. I lived in Boston, so I have some pretty cool things from back in the day. I say that because, things happen in cities, and I've been to quite a few events that gave things away. So there, New Jersey Devils poster from 2014. So I'm going to try to attempt to keep these things flat, because they've really been laying out for quite a few months, probably since the summertime. It is now almost March, so some pennants from the years. Some of these pennants were hanging on my wall back in the day. It's an old school Eagles one from the 1980s. Old school Phillies pennants. So saw the White Sox in Comiskey Park. I think it was the first year of this uniform. First year of the new Comiskey Park. And of course, most kids idolized Jose Canseco in the late 80s. So I was a Bash Brother head. So I'm not a Devils fan, but I'm assuming I got this from when I went to Devils Stadium on a class trip. 2013, 2014, or the arena, Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey. So I said I went to Temple University, Pepe Sanchez poster. Pepe Sanchez was the leader of the team when I was a student there. Had a cup of coffee in the NBA. I really was a international star. Bo Jackson, this is from the 80s. One of the most iconic poses of the 80s. That was on many baseball cards. Tupac, only God could judge me. Tupac died my senior year of college. So I had that poster on my wall right after he passed away. I have here a Lamborghini poster. Oh man, who didn't love Lamborghinis in the 80s, huh? Can't remember if I had this hang up on my wall or not. I feel like I did. Yeah, there's tape marks on there. So this was on one of my walls back in the day. This is a Gravediggers photo, autographed. Unfortunately, the RZA was not there. They came to Temple University promoting their second album. Grim Reaper, Gatekeeper, and Shabazz the Disciples were there, but not Prince Paul or the RZA. They were just too big to do the tours, or the promo tours back then, I guess. Capadonna, I met him at Temple University, 98, promoting his album, The Pillage. Got his autograph somewhere on a photo. This is Chris Webber Fila poster. I guess is 94. This is a pretty cool one. So, saw Guru, Black Moon, and Helter Skelter back in 1998. And this is autographed by Guru, rest in peace. Gangstar, 1998. So some of these posters I'm going to get frames for, hang up. Some I'm going to try to sell. This is a Phillies poster. Hometown Heroes 2001. This is a team I almost put money on to make the playoffs, and I didn't. We're being very upset because that year they were like in first place for a while. Before they eventually folded up. I was mad I didn't bet on them because I was really going there. I felt good about this team. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, you had Marlon Anderson as a hot prospect. Pat Burrell, a hot prospect. Scott Rowland was the man. Travis Lee was a hot prospect. Lieberthal was up and coming. Bobby Brady was the man. Jimmy Rollins was up and coming. Hot prospect. Doug Lanville was a solid leadoff hitter. Larry Boa, fiery coach. They just didn't have it. So this looks like a couple Hours posters from 99 2000. Good team that year. Unfortunately, didn't do much in the dance. Quite a few posters there. Maybe I could try to sell them if anybody be interested in having Lamont Barnes and Mark Karcher on the wall. So this is a pretty cool poster. I have a few of these. Hoops Malone, Dick Vitale, George Gervin. These are little commercial skits for March Madness. I think I'm actually putting this on TikTok Shop, so I have a bunch of them. So hopefully I could get something for them. I don't see any on eBay. I usually check eBay before I go, so we have quite a few of them. Again, one of the privileges of going to college in a big city that has a good basketball program. At least they did back in the day. I don't know what they're doing now. I haven't followed them in a while, but so I usually check with eBay to see if any of these posters or anything I have is listed for sale, and I didn't see any of those listed for sale. So here's a Mike Quick photo when he retired, poster when he retired, I guess 1990. I had a friend that was really into airplanes back in the day. So he was part of the Civil Air Patrol in Pennsylvania. Loved fighter jets for some reason. So there's Common. Look at that. Still prevalent today. Still fighting racism, guys. So Common Sense was his original name. Jay-Z. Streets is Watching soundtrack poster. So some of these I'm gonna frame and hang up. Some not. My dream was to have a big enough house to have a hip hop section, rock and roll section, sports section, Star Wars section. But my place isn't that big. Maybe one day. If you guys keep on watching these YouTube videos and subscribing and passing the word along, maybe I'll be able to be a full-time creator making buco bucks. But it's not looking that way right now. So this is actually an original Star Wars poster. This is hanging up on my wall at my father's house, my childhood wall. So it says 77. I can't say the poster is exactly from 77, but it was hanging on my wall since early 80s. So you see it's really beat up. It got beat up because when I took it down from my father's house, when I moved him out, it was hard getting the tape off because it was literally taped to my wall since I was a little boy. I was born in 1979. So that's been taped up there since 80 something, I'm guessing. The same as this Michael Jackson poster. So it got torn up over the years. But still a pretty cool thing to have. Let's see, there's no back to that. The Warriors. First time I saw that movie in the early 90s, me and my dad were on one of our road trips. We saw it in a Motel 6. I fell in love with it. I was just getting into hip hop at the time. I was one of the first people I knew to like this movie. I mean, it's obviously a cult classic now. But where I'm from, I was one of the first few to be into it. And speaking of hip hop, one of the best hip hop albums of all time, Ghostface Killer, Supreme Clientele, came out around this time in the year 2000. This is one of those posters that I got from excuse me, book fairs at school. I liked it. I don't know why I got it, as it's sticking to Ziggy. Put this to the side. I don't want that sticky poster ruining other good posters. So again, I had friends that went to Iron Eagle and Top Gun and kind of put me onto that stuff. Never really got too much into it, but you know, still a cool thing to have. Lamborghinis were the thing back in the day. So some wrestling posters. Road Warriors, my favorite tag team back in the day before they became the Legion of Doom. Got the Rock and Roll Express on there. Were those the Rockers? I'm not sure. This is one of my mom's posters from her youth. Bad Company. That poster's straight from the 1970s. I inherited my mom's stuff. This is a Paulie Walnuts poster that was on a SEPTA bus or train, actually a train. Let's take the train in Philly, and I ripped it down from the SEPTA train to take it home. So it is damaged. Ironically, it's almost going to be March 4th next week. So took that about 25 years ago, almost to the day. Some more airplane stuff, fighter jet stuff, I should say. This wasn't a frame picture that got destroyed. Won this at a fair around 1989 when the Joker Michael Keaton movie came out. This is a poster my mom had on her wall. Took a picture of this a while back, so if you're on my TikTok page, you've seen that. So, some more posters. These are from my mom's. These are rolled up for many years. That's why I had them laying down. They're nice and flat now. I'm not even sure who this is. Photo Sherry Barnett. She took the picture. Mark Farmer. So forgive me, I'm not sure what band he's from. Mark Farmer. Poster from the 70s. Let's see. So some more bands. Grand Funk Railroad. So I was going to say he's probably either from Grand Funk Railroad or Bad Company. Pretty cool. See my mom's photos from her youth. Excuse me, posters from her youth. Like I said, they were rolled up for years. Because I'm messing them up. Rod Stewart. She loved Rod Stewart. From the 1970s. No date on here, unfortunately. Yeah, look at this. Rod Stewart. Faces in Concert. So this is probably from a magazine, maybe. Oop. No date on that. A few Rod Stewart fans. This is probably a program from his concert. I know my mom saw him back in the day. There's no date on that. As I hear rumbling upstairs, I think my kids are waking up from their naps. Joe Namath again. Again, there's his shoes. There's his face. Love Joe Namath. What do you think 1970s Joe Namath posters go for, guys? Maybe we'll get some pretty good money for these. These are some big posters too. So Hulk Hogan. Probably would have got this framed if I still liked him, but he turned into a real heel. From 1985. This is on my bedroom wall back in the day. I know some of you guys are into that MAGA stuff. I'm not. So he's a J.O. Killed his legacy in my eyes, so I won't be hanging that up anytime soon. What we got here? More hip hop stuff. This has this. Trying to get this tape off. Let's see if I can do it without ripping anything. Okay. This is Will Smith, Enemy of the State poster. So I got tape on it. My mom, I think, rolled them up and taped them together so they would stay together. I did not have this on my wall back in the day, but I worked in a movie theater in the mid to late 90s, so this might have been from that. Looking for a date. I don't see a date. It could have been from college. I'm not sure. A lot of movie stuff from working in a movie theater. Got fired because I didn't work my prom weekend. But wish I didn't get fired. I should have worked that weekend. Some box office Warner Brothers poster. Just different movies that came out in the late 90s. I saw a picture of that. I wouldn't even know I had that. Don't remember that poster at all. Let's see what else we got here. John Travolta, Civil Action. So some movie posters. I don't know how I got this. Available on Laserdisc. How about that? Who still has their Laserdiscs? So I'm not sure what year that's from. The last few here. Let's see. Robert De Niro analyzed this. Billy Crystal. Pretty cool photo of the two legends. It's a nice poster to have. Available on DVD, it says. I guess we're getting with the times. She's All That. Freddie Prinze Jr. Rachel Lee. Cook. She was a cutie back in the day, huh? What's she doing now? I don't know what she's doing now. And the last couple posters here are Little Voice. I don't know what this is. Ewan McGregor. So Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ironically, my daughter and I started watching Obi-Wan, the series. I watched it last year without her. She's on a Star Wars kick, so we started watching it. Nicolas Cage, 8mm. That was a crazy movie. I know I saw it one time, but I can't remember what it's about. Sure, don't fall. The posters are falling. That's what I do. I keep stuff safe for years, and when I take them out, I destroy them. Accidentally, of course. A movie called Virus, Jamie Lee Curtis. So maybe a Jamie Lee Curtis fan will buy this poster, right? I have no need for these posters. So maybe I could get rid of them. Some obscure movies. Cruel Intentions. This was a good movie back in the day. Bittersweet Symphony is one of my favorite songs of all time. Shame the Verve didn't make much money off of that. So those are the big posters that were being flattened out over the last few months. Some pennants, which you guys seen these before if you watch my other videos from the 90s. Had a friend that was a Bulls fan. We went to a Bulls Nets game back in the day. That's why I got that pennant. I was not a Bulls fan, but I like Michael Jordan like everyone else did. Concert, Nas in Central Park, 2004, summer 2004. Cocoa Brothers, aka Smith & Wesson, had an album come out on Friday. Pretty good album for you hip-hop heads. Check it out. And then some other boot camp stuff. I was a big boot camp Click fan. Still am. And of course we have Eagles cheerleaders calendar. Some other girly calendars from my aunt used to work in Trenton, New Jersey, and the company used to have these calendars every year. And lastly, the Road Warriors and Hulk Hogan, Mr. T. Take your pick. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, share. Let me know what you think of the posters. Peace.